Hi everyone coming to Broadway.com. This is Christian Borle. I'm very excited to be here for the new segment, Ask a Hammy Actor. Ask a Star. I am currently in Peter and the Starcatcher, and I'm very excited to hear what kinds of zany questions you've asked. So let's get to it, shall we? Oh, Alice, it's a loaded question. Let's get into it psychologically. Of course, Darth Vader was my favorite villain, but he didn't scare me. I was more thrilled by his armor and ultimately his humanity. The one person that truly horrified me when I was a child, and this is not a villain at all, but Sweet John Merrick, the Elephant Man from the David Lynch movie, The Elephant Man. I was too young to understand what that movie was about, and I had to check my closet for him every day, and only when I became an adult did I realize what a beautiful human being he was on the inside. Annabelle. It's tricky. I have to say, the cast and crew of Peter and the Starcatcher, they are some of the funniest people I've ever known. And we sometimes professionally, actively try to get each other laughing, but I think that's part of the fun of live theater. Jason, I love the mandate that I'm to be honest about this. I shall do my best. My character, Tom, is Team Ivy. But personally, I'm Team Megcat. I don't find it awkward changing pants. I do it every day. Whether it's on stage or at home, it's one of the highlights of my time, and to be able to do it in front of thousands of people has been one of my great, great pleasures. Ching, it's a good question. I would like to see the faces in that sing-off. I'm sure that there would be bulging eyes and big, wide, splayed hands. And if that's any indication, Bert all the way. I think Tom would probably have more craftsmanship to his singing. I think that Emmett would be so self-deprecating that he would just end up falling on the floor. And who was the last one? Black Stash. Well, Black Stash would just slit everybody's throat and declare himself the winner. Steve, thanks. Yes, people actually do still ask me about that fantastic commercial. I was really proud of that commercial. One of the funniest things that happened around the time that the commercial came out actually was a really good friend of mine that I'd worked with in Europe doing West Side Story saw me on the street, and he said, "Hey, great job on the eBay commercial. Who cares that they didn't use your singing voice? It's great." I was like, but, thanks. Hi, Emily. Thanks. I really was more of a Hook guy. I think it's because he had a lot more fun. Peter also had very small hats with feathers in them, which I tried as a child to get away from as much as possible. Not so much the hot shorts that were green and tight. I was totally into those. So it was mainly the hat that I avoided. Sam, one of my biggest regrets in my life was that I quit playing the piano when I was around 10. And, you know, kids always say that, but now that I have to really look like I know what I'm doing on Smash, I really, really regret it. So no, I had some lessons with an amazing teacher named Deidre, and she kind of got me comfortable in the keys again. And actually in episode 14, right before mine and Deborah's big fight, that was me playing live. That's the only time that I've actually played live during the show, and I was really proud of myself. But the rest of it is Mark Shaman off screen and me doing this. It's all in the shoulders. Oh, Lauren, that's a tough question. I'm actually gonna go with Sutton Foster in Thoroughly Modern Millie. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen on stage, and to be with her while that whole experience was happening was my great honor. Tom's really nice, Black Stash is really mean, and kind of a narcissist, but I think that they would both weirdly appreciate each other's fashion sense. Stash is crazy for cardigans. Tori, who makes me pee in my... It's happening. It's happening right now. It's happening. Irony of ironies. It's you, Tori. It's always been you. Seriously, I just urinated all over my pants and this couch. I think my church would actually preach, if we can get serious for a second, is why can't we all just be a little nicer to each other? Because what comes around goes around. Maggie, a fantabulous question. Mary Poppins was so much fun. I still get sweaty palms thinking about hanging upside down because it's actually tremendously high. They told me that those wires, that one filament of those wires could hold up a jumbo jet, and I'm now realizing that that must be a lie. So it was fun, it was amazing, and the Cockney accent was a lot of fun to do. Steak. Bourbon. Ticket to Ride, the European version. Well, I don't know if it's a guilty pleasure, but I can watch any of these original Star Wars movies at any time. I watched the end of Return of the Jedi last night. I'm not kidding. I have a very soft spot in my heart for Prince Herbert, that sweet, sweet, gentle little boy who ultimately found happiness. I mean, and it was a lot of fun playing with Hank Azaria and Chris Sieber in that scene. The question I've been waiting for. This is a two-part answer. The first is, it would be a toad. The second is, a rabid coyote. Merging the two answers together, somewhere in between, is my spirit animal. Beyonce, elbow, and right now City and Color spelled the English way. City spelled the regular way, Color spelled the English way, with a U near the end. Shannon, I love Pittsburgh. I miss it with all of my heart. I actually am too old to have been in Pittsburgh when Heinz Field existed. So I am definitely going to go with Permane Brothers. I actually think, why isn't there a Permane Brothers in New York City on 9th Avenue, open 24 hours a day? Why? Why? It would make a killing. They put the fries on the sandwich. Thank you guys for your questions. I really had a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed the utter stillness of my physicality. It was an exercise, and I think it went well. Anyway, please come see Peter in the Starcatcher. I'm enormously proud of it. I think it's a great piece of theater. So see you at the Brooks Atkinson, and thanks Broadway.com.